Here, our goal is to determine the size of angle A. And notice that we can often spot co-interior angles by drawing a C shape. So let's draw a C shape. Notice here we have a C shape that is drawn. And notice that we have 60 degrees and angle A inside of this C shape. Indeed, 60 degrees and angle A are co-interior angles. But what do we know about co-interior angles? Here we have the C shape, and we know that angle G and angle H, these are co-interior angles. Indeed, if we look here, we have G plus H is equal to 180 degrees. And so what that means is that co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. And so when we come over here, we have 60 and A. That means that when we add them up, they should add up to 180 degrees. And so that means in order to figure out the size of angle A, we're going to take 180 degrees minus 60. What is 180 degrees minus 60? Well, 180 degrees minus 60 is definitely 120. And so that means that the size of angle A is actually 120 degrees. Now let's move on to angle B. Here we have angle B. And note that in order to answer this question, we are going to use this useful geometrical rule, which states that angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. Here we have 120 from the previous question. So we know that this is A, this is 120 degrees. We know that this is 100 degrees, and we know that this is B. Now these angles are around this particular point, right? These angles, so we have this point right here, and these angles are around this particular point. And so their sum should add up to 360 degrees, which is one complete revolution. And so if we want to find, or if we want to determine the size of angle B, what we need to do is we need to add 120 plus 100. So we're gonna add them and subtract their sum, take away their sum from 360 degrees. And so we have 360 minus 220. That's the sum of 120 and 100. And then when we subtract, we get 360 minus 220, which is equal to 140. So that means that B is equal to 140 degrees. Next, our goal is to determine the size of angle C. Notice here that vertically opposite angles are equal to each other. Here we have angle B, and angle B is vertically opposite to this angle, all right? And so these two angles are equal. We also have angle A, and angle A is vertically opposite to this angle, and so these two angles are definitely equal. And so let's consider angle C. Angle C is vertically opposite to this angle, which measures 60 degrees. And so that means that angle C equals to 60 degrees. And so that means that the size of angle C is 60 degrees.